Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this beautiful Bubu Caftan dress with side slits. If this is something you're interested in, then keep up watching. So this is the material I'm going to be using. This material is called rib. I have about 3 yards of rib over here, so I'm going to be using it for the making of this Bubu Caftan dress. So the first thing I wanted to do was to fold it into two, okay, like this. I wanted to pick the edges and I folded it into two. Then I wanted to fold it into two again, which is going to give me 4 pieces because I'm going to be cutting both the back and the front together. So I'm going to start taking all the measurements from this close part. Okay, this is going to be serving as the center front and also as the center back. So the first thing I want to do is to mark a straight line across my fabric, which is going to be serving as the starting line or the shoulder line. Then I'll place my tape on that line I just marked. I will mark the wideness of the neckline I'm working with. So I went ahead to mark 3 inches. Then for the depth, I will be marking 3.5 inches. Okay. So I'll go ahead and connect the points together. Sorry that the chalk is not too showing. Okay. I believe with my explanation, you'll know what I'm saying. So after connecting the neckline together, I will place my tape on the shoulder line. I will mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and pin the material together because I'm going to be shifting it on the table so that you guys can see what I'm doing. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark the sleeve of this Bubu Kafta dress. So if you check the Bubu Kafta dress, you are going to see that the sleeve on it is a continuation sleeve. So I'm going to be placing my tip on that 8 inches I mark, which is half of my shoulder. I will go ahead and mark how long I want the sleeve to be. So for me, I'm going to be marking 15 inches. That is how long I want the sleeve to be. So for you, if you want yours to be 13 inches or 14 inches, you can go ahead and mark it depending on what you want. So after marking that 15 inches, I will place my tape on that point. I will mark 1 inch downward for shoulder slope. Then I'll go ahead and connect it to the neckline. Before I connect it, I will turn the material like this so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and use my straight ruler to mark a slant line from the neckline to that 1 inches I came down with. Okay. So after connecting it, I will place my tape on that line. This line I marked there. Then I will mark how wide I want the sleeve to be. So I'll go ahead and mark 11 inches. That is how wide I want the sleeve to be. Then I'll go ahead and use my straight ruler to connect a straight line, okay, just to connect the points together like this. So after connecting it, I will turn it like this again and measure from the shoulder to the hip line. So from my shoulder to my hip line is 26 inches. I will mark it. After marking it, I will also come to this other side and mark it. Then after marking it, I'll go ahead and connect the points together using a straight line. Then I'll also go ahead and mark from my shoulder to my chest line, which is 11 inches. I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. I will mark a straight line across. So I'll place my tape on the chest line. I'll just go ahead and divide my bust by 4, which is 10 inches. Then I'll go ahead and place my tape on that point where I mark. I will add extra 3 inches, okay? Then I will place my tape on the hip line. I will divide my hip by 4. I will mark it. Then I will go ahead and add extra 3 inches. So after marking it, I'll go ahead and connect the points from the hip line to the chest line like this. So after connecting it, I'll go ahead and curve the armhole area, okay? You know how we normally do this now. Just go ahead and connect it. There is no special way on how to do that. I'm sorry that the chalk is not that showing, but this is the only color I have available that I can use that is even going to be visible. So I'll go ahead and shift the material downward so that I can take the measurement of the hemline, which is the full length of the dress. So I'm going to be using the full length of the material. So at the hemline, I will divide my hip by 4. I will mark it. Then I'll go ahead and add 2 inches instead of 3 inches. Just add 2 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together from the hemline to the hip line like this. So after connecting it, I'll go ahead and cut it out. And when cutting it, I wanted to add extra 1 inch for joining allowance. So go ahead and add 1 inch. So my table is not long enough or wide enough. That is why I am shifting it up and down. So for you, if you want to cut, I will advise you cut on the floor or look for a wider table and use. Okay, most especially if you're not making tutorial. So I'm only using the table because I'm making tutorial. So when cutting it, I wanted to add ½ inch around the shoulder for joining allowance and ½ inch around the neckline for joining allowance. And also, when I was cutting the neckline, I also went ahead to add half inch for journey allowance. Okay, so I could not find the clip where I cut the neckline. Is missing on my phone. I don't know if I mistakenly deleted it, and also the clip where I sewed the neckline. So once you're done cutting it, just go ahead and cut out a stripe and use it to pipe the neckline for both the back and the front. So once I'm done sewing the neckline for both the back and the front, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to join the shoulder together. So I'll just go ahead and open it like this. I'll go ahead and open the other part of the dress, then I will pin the shoulders together, just like as you can see me doing. So once I'm done pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and stitch it down with half inch. Then I'll also go ahead and stitch this other side. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. After sewing it, I went ahead to iron inside open. Then I will turn it to the front and also iron the neckline for the front. Okay. So once I'm done ironing it, what I'm going to be doing next is to fold the hem of the sleeve. I will just take this to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and fold the sleeve like this. I'll first of all fold it once, then I'll go ahead and fold it again 2 times. I will go ahead and stitch it. Then I also go ahead and stitch the other side of the sleeve. Then I will do the same thing for the hem of the dress. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch the sleeves and also the hem of the dress. This is how it look like. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to go ahead and sew the elastic on the sleeve on it. So I'll go ahead and cut out the length I'm going to be sewing on the sleeve. So I'll go ahead and measure 3 inches. Okay, the length of the elastic I'm cutting is 3 inches. Then I'll go ahead and also cut out another one, because I'm going to be sewing one on the left sleeve and I'm going to be sewing the other one on the right sleeve. So I'll go ahead and place the elastic on it like this, on the shoulder around the sleeve area here. Then I'll go ahead and pin it down from the starting. So after pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. Then I'll go ahead and sew it. And when I'm sewing it, I'll be stretching it, okay, to have that gather effect you are seeing on the video. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. After sewing it, I also went ahead to sew the other one on the other sleeve. So what I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and shaping the dress. To shaping the dress, just go ahead and fold your dress into two like this. Then go ahead and pin it from the sleeve to the armpit area to the armhole area and to the hem of the dress. So before I sew it, I'll go ahead and place my tape on the shoulder and measure from the shoulder to where I want the slit to start from. If you check the dress, you are going to see that it has a slit on both sides. So I'll go ahead and measure 36 inches. That is where I want the slit to start from. Then I will take this to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and start sewing it from here with 1 inch to this point here. Okay, that is where the slit is going to stop. I'll just go ahead and sew it. Then I'll do the same thing for the other side. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. This is how it look like. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to go ahead and fold the slit. Remember I told you guys that I've gone ahead to fold the hem. So to fold the slits, I'll go ahead and pick the edge here. I will first of all fold it once, then I'll go ahead and fold it the second time. I'll go ahead and sew it. As you are folding it, you'll be sewing it until you get to where the slit is going to start from. Okay, once you get there, go ahead and fold the other side in. Okay, 2 times. Just make sure you fold it, then go ahead and fold it again to make it very neat. So that is what I'm also going to be doing for the other side. So guys, I've gone ahead to fold it. This is how the dress look like, as you can see. So this is what I rocked to church. If you know this tutorial was helpful, go ahead and like this video, comment on it, share, subscribe, and turn on post notification if you want to see more of this kind of videos. Bye.